All right. Should be good. Says we're good. And the inning's over. All right. Casey Mize ends the inning with the strikeout. Gives up a hit. Takes down a couple guys. What do we got? 2 strikeouts already? Sheesh. All right. Bottom of the first, it'll be Carpenter, Torkelson, McKinstry, Green, Dingler, Keith, Sweeney, Baez, and Kreidler. Carpenter, Torque, and McKinstry to lead it off. Bit of an odd lineup today against Lugo. Old Seth Lugo. Yeah, I seen you guys. You guys ended up losing that game, Space. That's pretty brutal. How'd you pull that off? What's that? Wait, is it the injury that 14 people have told me about now? And the injury news that you just typed up in the chat already? All right. Well, that sucks, Jacob. Hopefully they don't kill themselves. That would suck. Oh, yeah, yep. You know, you probably lose. You guys are playing right now? Hell yeah. Yeah, Cleveland's probably going to lose. They're just not very good anyway, the Guardians. Kind of a mid-tier team. Anyway, here's Carpenter, Torkelson, and McKinstry. Wade's like, damn, I thought I was going to tell him about Brebbia for the second time within 10 minutes. He wouldn't know. What's up, Neil? Wait, I follow the Tigers closer than most of you guys do. Casey Mize. I get alert notifications about the Detroit Tigers and the roster moves they make. I have nothing else on my phone except text messages and phone calls send me and well, I guess like YouTube stuff, but the only other thing I get notified about is the Tigers. You can't tell me anything new about the team. Yeah, I took a shave. You're hungover at the end of last night's game. Who cares? Like, a genuine question. Do you guys actually care if you win 7-1 or 3-1 or 7-3? I'm at like genuinely, because everyone's getting really pissy about this. Like, I don't fucking care, dude. We could have won that game by 1 run last night. It makes no difference to me. People are acting like we lost that game because of Maeda. Shit, we should put in our best pitchers every single game so they blow their arms out. That way, we can't use Foley in the playoffs, or we can't. Well, Foley's arm is blown out because we used him too much last year. We should blow out Holton's arm this year, right? We should use Holton every single game instead of using Maeda in a 7-1 blowout. If the score is a blowout, the Tigers should put in Kenta or the worst pitcher we got in the bullpen. That's what every team in baseball does. People are acting like we're the only team that has a shitter on the bullpen. No, everyone does. Every single MLB roster has one guy in the bullpen that comes in and eats up dog shit innings when you're up 7-1. We have Kenta. He's good for that. He can pitch like 4 games in a row. If we say we win 4 games in a row, we're up in like 4 games in a row. We're up like 7 or 8 runs in each of those 4. We can use Kenta Maeda in every single one of those games. Do you know how good that is for the bullpen? Like, we could pitch him 16 innings in a row, and he's perfectly fine. Do you get the value of a pitcher like that? And again, oh no, he's having a rough inning. By the way, it's a 3-2 count on McKinstry. The first 2 batters popped out. They walk Zach McKinstry. Like, I get people being upset with Kenta and not liking him, and I'd much rather have somebody else. But our bullpen just had 2 injuries happen too. Brebbia and Bo Brisky. And we had to call up 2 relievers from AAA. So we're kind of thin right now too. Like, I'm sure once we get guys healthy, we might make a move on Kenta. Now, the issue is, do we have another super long reliever like that? Do we want to use Kiter Montero in that role? Or do we want to keep Kiter Montero starting down in AAA, use him as a spot starter up here, so that way, in case one of our starters gets hurt, we can bring Kiter right up into the mix. He's ready to start. He's fresh. His arm's good to go. He doesn't have to go through like 4 inning starts for 2 weeks to get back onto, you know. So I think it's smarter to use Kenta in the role. Again, if we can find another good long reliever who can just eat innings up. Yeah, that to me, that's the biggest issue. Like maybe when Brebbia and Brisky come back, we can maybe look at that situation. Oh, Riley's kind of turned it back on. Well, that's good. Oh yeah, I see his numbers are back up. It's 2-0. And again, I'd rather just not see like good. It sucks that we had to use Canely though. That's the annoying part. It's like, damn it, Kenta. And wasn't it all of it with 2 outs? What's up, Kenny? I heard that was the most frustrating part. It's like, yeah, it was all 2 outs. He got 2 outs and then nearly blew the fucking game somehow. 3-1 to Riley Green. What's up, Kenny? Yeah. Appreciate that. Come on, Riley. Home run. Been a while. Damn, he flew out or grounded out or he got out. Well, he flew out. All right, well, Tigers go kind of a similar thing. Tigers get a guy on. They don't get any hits, though. We're being no hit through 1. Top of the second, Garcia, Massey, and Waters. Oh, this offense of the Royals, by the way. How hilarious is it that I pretty much nailed what the Royals are? 1 bat, 2 bat, kind of 3 bat, none. This lineup might be worse than ours. Is Colt Keith better now? Not really, no. He's probably pretty close to going to AAA too when guys start getting healthy. Because right now, I would have to imagine the offensive players that leave when we get our full guys back are Kreidler or whoever replaces like Badu, maybe if like Badu replaces Kreidler, which I'm gonna guess is gonna happen pretty soon here, right? I would have to imagine if Kreidler doesn't start hitting the ball at any point in this series, they might swap for Badu, especially because Veerling or Meadows just started a throwing program. So Meadows is throwing again, and that's the arm that had like the numbness. So that means he's able to throw, which means Meadows is probably a month away. Veerling, I heard, is yeah, that doesn't matter. You can make a move on the 40 man. That's easy enough. You push Ryan Kreidler off the 40 man. Kenny, do you know how easy of a move this is? Ryan Kreidler is no longer on the 40 man roster. Yeah, okay. Bye-bye, Ryan Kreidler. You're not a pro base. He might get DFA'd, if we're being completely honest. He sucks. No, I'm avoiding for tonight, Lore. Yeah, you just swap him and Kreidler. Maybe even DFA Kreidler, to be honest. I don't know. And then you bring up Badu, and then when one of those guys is healthy, you just bring them, you know. I think Veerling and Meadows are still on the 40 man, right? Out of town working. I appreciate you tuning in, Mike. Here we go. It's Garcia, Massey, and Waters. Strike 1 from Casey Mize. You know how cool it is and we get a fly out, 1 away. Do you know how much it sucks for a team like the Royals to get Joe, Mize, and Skubal in one series? Our trio. And then Flaherty. Man, do you know how fucking good our pitching rotation is, dude? And Reese Olson's kind of the bad one, but hey. The Dodgers really screwed his ERA up. Here is Massey now. One of the few only other hitters on the Royals that are kind of a problem to deal with. It's a well built team. It looks like Scott Harris knew what he was doing. Looks like Pizza Boy knew what he was doing. It is hilarious that Ilitch's plan for the Tigers is working out exactly like he said it would, and the same plan for the Red Wings is not working at all. It's just fucking falling flat, because the Tigers' plan, it was, when Ilitch took the team over, we're done spending stupid money on contracts like we used to do. He's like, my dad did that and it didn't win World Series. Like, we've been doing that for 2 decades now and we haven't won a World Series since we started doing this. So logically, he said, I want to do something different. I want to build a young core that is centered around drafting and like trading for young core pieces from teams, and building a team through like the minor leagues, building a team through having like building a team that comes together through the minor leagues was one of the big key things that they wanted to do. And you will note that most of this team that's together right now, they're very, very close because of that minor league. Like, they've all got kind of drafted together. They all came up through like AA, AAA, single A, the whole like rat ladder through. These guys are teammates. Like, Casey Mize and Jake Rogers were in like single A together with Skubal. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? So like, that's a very close knit, like, that's why Rogers is like the catcher for those two when healthy. 2 down though, because Massey grounded out. Here's Waters. And the idea of Ilitch, and then obviously Hinch agrees with that idea, because that's how they built the Houston Astros, right? Was through drafting, was through trading for prospects, through not signing key big names. Like, they eventually, like, the secret to the way you maneuver and build a dynasty or a very good baseball team, they walked Waters. Here's Fermin, or Fermin. I think it's Fermin. Every good dynasty in baseball, if you look at the way that they built their team, you could look at the Giants of the 2010s. You could look at the Yankees. You could look at the Braves. You could look at the Dodgers are not technically a dynasty, not yet anyway. But those 3 are really good examples of teams that recently were dynasties, and the way that they built those teams was not through like merciless free agent signing. Like, yeah, they went and got a couple guys, but like the majority of those teams were drafted, developed, handpicked, crafted through an organization together, and pushed onto a team. Like, that's how a core team is built, and that's how baseball dynasties are typically built, is by assembling a team in high A, building that team out, pushing it through the minor leagues together, and eventually they all get there, and they start winning championships. That's literally like the key to winning a championship. Usually you can't buy a championship in baseball. That's very rare, but it does happen. The best Yankees teams were the ones that they built themselves, not the ones that they bought. Like, you can look at the fact that they were a dynasty off the team that they drafted and built, the Jeter Yankees, and then they won one since 2009, because all they do is buy now. They don't build. The Tigers, dude, they were literally one of the most cash heavy spending teams, and what would we win? Waters steals second base, 2-2. Tigers could be a World Series team in 25-26. Like, next year, they should be contenders based on the way that they're building and the way that they've kind of keep going. The health is the issue for this team so far. But again, what you do, though, is once you have your team kind of built, you have to look around and go, what did we miss on? Where do we have to go? Oh, there we go. The Fermin grounds out. We'll head to the top or bottom of the second. Bottom of the second coming up. It'll be Dingler, Keith, and Sweeney. So, like, what do we have weaknesses in is what you go and sign. The Tigers might have a third base weakness, or the Tigers have a time issue where they have guys that can play third. They just got to get them to the major leagues. Like, that's the biggest thing for the Tigers is time right now. We don't really know what their weak spots are. They have an outfield surplus. First base is covered. They seem to have found out their catcher position pretty good. Second base, shortstop is good. Now, third base is literally, they have everything they need like a year away in surplus, in excess. And their pitching rotation, as Gibbs has pointed out, is dominant. Like, if they can keep that pitching rotation, they're good. They can just kind of win a lot of games off that. And again, this is all things that they've built and developed, and they don't have to spend much. They could spend all of their money on just keeping the team together in the future. That would be the smart move. That's how you become a dynasty. Once we get rid of this Baez contract, I think a lot of things open up. What you do is you extend Skubal, you extend Mize, you extend Torkelson, you start extending the players. You don't let them leave. And that's where you spend your money. I don't think this is a team that's going to need to go outside of the organization unless they just want something. Like for relievers, obviously. By 27, I bet this team's a World Series winner. Just by the way, baseball, and plus, I'm a very optimistic fan, but also just someone who's watched a lot of baseball and kind of has a good understanding of how teams build and how that tends to trend. We are so similar to the Houston Astros in 2015, 2016. It's scary, dude. Except the difference between the two teams. The Houston Astros were kind of an offensive focused team, but the Tigers are more of a pitching focused team. So the Astros pitched could pitch really, really well, but nowhere near what this Tigers team is capable of. And the Tigers can hit pretty well. They're a pretty solid little offense, and they're getting better it seems, as it goes along. Because again, they're all very young. Strike one to Dingler. And again, there's the similarities there. Again, AJ Hinch built that Astros team, and he's built this Tigers team. Of course, it's going to be the same. And they have the manager to do so. They have the organization strength to do so. They have the team. I think they have the talent to do so. That's the number one thing. They have a lot of talent. They're all 23, 25. It's example, Torkelson's 25 years old, and people were like, God, this bust. Dingler just hit a double. Tigers with the leadoff double here. You know what I mean? That's how crazy it is. Torkelson's 25, dude. And he hit 31 home runs, I think at 24, 23 years old. Motherfuckers were done with that guy because he had a rough year at 24. The Dodgers won't ever rebuild. They cycle through their team. They will never rebuild. They're there's no reason for the Dodgers to rebuild right now. They're on dynasty because if they win a World Series this year, they're a dynasty. 3-5. Even if you don't want to count the Mickey Mouse, it does. Oh, I think Sweeney got grounded out to the second baseman, but it gets the runner over to third. So runner at third, one away. Here's. Oh no, Colt Keith grounded out. Trey Sweeney's up to bat now. Okay. Colt Keith, good job by Keith. Got the runner over. But yeah, Keith or Ibanez are also going to get sent down to AAA when Vierling comes back. I'm guessing Ibanez is gone. He seems to have lost the ability to hit left-handed pitching. He can't really play defense. 2-0. You know what I mean? It's damn, we really don't need Andy anymore. And that's really sad because he had that big moment in Houston. But maybe him going to AAA could be good for him for a little while. Get his hitting back up more consistently. Yeah, but that's not even surprising. They were supposed to be a bad team. They're not even as bad as I thought. 4-15 isn't terrible. It's bad. It's you know, and they walk Trey Sweeney, 2 on, 1 out. Here's Javi Baez. I got a pretty good feeling with this guy up. Dingler sucks at catching is the problem. He doesn't know how to frame. Can't throw the ball down to second. He's very bad at that. He's pretty good at at pickoffs, pick throws, but he's I don't know. He's not a very good. He doesn't call the games. Obviously, that's clearly Rogers or Feder feeding him signs. I don't know. He doesn't understand drop catching very well, which is crazy. He's an old school frame put the mitt where the ball is gonna go catcher instead of the new style of catching called drop catch, where you put your mitt down and then you catch the ball in the strike zone to kind of frame it better. Oh, and by the way, Dingler is here to hit. He's a hitting catcher. Dingler will probably catch 3 out of the 5 starts going forward, even when Rogers is back. But I believe Casey Mize and Tarek Skubal specifically, prefers Rogers as a catcher, and I think Mize does too. And that's fun. You know, they're like really, they've been catching with him. Skubal just won a Cy Young with him. That's very clear why he's going to always catch Skubal. But yeah, Dingler's kind of won that job in my opinion too. Damn, we just hit into a double play. Maybe. No, the runner stayed. Oh no, Dingler tried to score and he got cut down at home. Oh, Nido? Oh yeah, he's probably not bad. Damn, they tried to score. I don't know why they would try to score on an infield hit with a catcher. All right, well, damn it. 2 on, 2 out. Here's the easy out. Infield in, outfield in. Yeah, we're not scoring. Oh, man. If you were to pitch to Dylan Dingler, would you just throw it right down the middle? Or not Dingler, but Kreidler. Bottom of the second, 2 on, 2 out, no score in the game, 0-0. Like, just kind of knowing that, like, you're not in danger, like, at any point. Just be like, yeah, I'm going to just pump this shit right down the middle. Yeah, good for Nido. Maybe he'll get a little bit more playtime. Damn, we're up at 14 likes. I appreciate that, everybody. Good looking out. Make sure you help out. I'll be honest, he doesn't really chase. Like, he's got a decent eye at the plate. I'll give him a little bit of credit. And kind of easy one to call. Top of the third. Isbell, India, and Witt Jr. 9-1-2 due up here for the Royals. The Royals with cheese. Isbell, India, and Witt. These are all guys that are very obnoxious to face only if you're a Detroit Tigers fan. Well, Bobby Witt is, but, you know, Bobby Mid Jr. Pretty good joke, isn't it? Calling him Booby Mid. Well, even though he's good, his team sucks, though. So he has to wear a thorny crown because of that. Amen. By the way, happy Easter to anybody who won't be here tomorrow. Hopefully you have a good time hanging out with the Lord and everything. Or whatever it is you do for Easter. Some people have kids, so they still do like Easter bunny stuff, you know? Like, oh shit, a rabbit broke into our house and shit eggs everywhere. Gotta get them out of here before they hatch into some terrible abomination. Yeah, so you know how stupid I felt for a while? When, like, in school, I have a very clear memory of being 6 or 7. And we were talking about Easter. And I remember asking the teacher, I was like, hey, teacher, do rabbits lay eggs? And I remember everybody looking at me like I was the dumbest motherfucker. And it's like, how did everybody already know the answer to that question at 6 years old, 7 years old? I feel like that was a good question. Even now as an adult, I'm looking back like that's not even that bad of a question. Why did everyone look at me so weird? Like, how am I the weird one? I don't fucking have animals like that. I don't have chickens. And then I got put into a class. We played a lot of games for the rest of that year. It was pretty cool. Fouled away again. It'll be 0-2 here on Isbell. Mize works really quick. This is a hectic pace from Casey Mize. 2-1. Or 1-2, sorry. Throws the ball. Tried to get him to chase. It wasn't really anything interesting to chase at, though. You know the best part of this season so far for me personally, not we're having a good start, but that's good starts can be 50-50. They could be cool, they could be good. The best part of the season so far is very clearly the fact that Casey Mize has refound his splitter, which is pretty cool. It's been a missing pitch. See, and you know why it's so devastating for him to have that splitter back? Because he can do shit like that. Just throw a low ass fastball, stress the hitter out, and they'll think it's a splitter, and they'll fucking swing weird and just be right over the top of the fastball. That's how good his splitter's been again. One away. Pretty cool. Here's leadoff hitter Jonathan India. He is not, in fact, Indian. It's just his last name. Pretty crazy, huh? Well, first pitch was called a strike. That one's a ball. 1-1. Ball. 2-1. Oh shit! Throw a strike. Get him. Do not be afraid of India. You can't hit right now. Hell yeah. Called strike one on a slider. Kind of a risky pitch right down the middle, if you ask me. I don't think you should be throwing shit right there. That's how you quickly fall behind. What we got? Don't like that. It looks like India's going to get a hit. Looks like some kind of infield single too, which is annoying. Yeah, it looks like it was probably something that kind of hit into a spot and just kind of died out. What's up, John? 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the third. Ball 1. You know what's weird? Why does everyone work away from Bobby Witt? I feel like every team does this, and this guy smokes outside pitching usually. And it's like, doesn't he struggle with inside stuff? Yeah, we're just going to throw him in the hot zone every time. 2-1. I get like trying to pitch away from him so he can't hit it, but it's like if you touch the plate too much, he's going to just serve a base hit every time. He's too good a hitter. I'd throw him at his weak spots. All right, let's just cram him inside about belt high. Maybe waist high or thigh high. 2-2. Another foul will be 2-2. Hell yeah. Hopefully it's a ground out. Maybe we turn 2. Damn. All right, well, they got the lead runner at second, so that's the only thing that matters. So 2 down, runner at first. Oh yeah, I'm sure everyone's pretty stoked about the Pistons right now. I'm gonna play a little bit of little bit of playoff basketball. Do any of the games come home? Like, do the Pistons only play road games, or do they eventually play some in Detroit? 2? Oh, hell yeah. And Pasquantino flies out. No damage done. Bottom of the third. Tigers trying to get some offense. Yeah, a little bit, Tom. Not really drama, though. The final is 7-3. Carpenter, I know they had the bases loaded, but Torque and McKinstry. But, like, everything was done with 2 outs. Morton versus Skubal next Saturday on MLB TV. Oh, we're winning that one, Lord. Good luck. Good luck. We think the Pistons win the championship this year. I took a loan from a very dangerous group of people for $35, and I bet it all on the Pistons to win the championship. Do you think I'll be able to make my money back? Nah, Gibbs. I think personally, because I'm a big time Pistons fan, I don't think there's a bigger one than me. I think we're winning the chip. And ours won't be LeMickey, so it'll be more legitimate than most trophies, to be fair. There hasn't really been a time with as many good players in the league before. To be fair, before LeBron showed up, be out like in the NBA, like real hoop heads like me know that there's 2 timelines in the NBA. There's BLJ before LeBron, or BLJE, the before LeBron James era, and then the LJC, LeBron James Common era. And anything that happened in the BLBJCE is fake news and doesn't really count. Like, it's kind of like the Old Testament. Unless you're Jewish, you don't really have to follow the old. Like, if you're not like 60 years old, you don't have to really care about what happened in the pre-LeBron James era of basketball. Torque, he's 0 for 1. He flew out. He's only had 1 bat, though, so plus 41,000 odds on Pistons win NBA championship. Was that their odds at the beginning of the year? Oh, I like all the guys on the team. I like Buddy. I like Big Guy. These are my personal nicknames. I know them personally. I'm friends with them all. Follow the way to be 1 too. I like the whole team. I don't have individual favorite players in sports. Kerry Carpenter grounds out. Looks like that'll be the first out of the inning. Here's Torkelson. Whole team though. Yeah, see, I knew I had the names right. 0-1. Oh yeah, I like Cade Cunningham Burger the third. I like that Ivy Duran guy. Can't wait for Meadows to come back for the Tigers. But maybe my favorite now is Malik Beasley. Or Beasley. I like Cade. I've always been a big Cade believer. I was pretty happy when the Pistons got him too. It's like, ooh, we get Cade. I'll go with the cliche answer. I very much remember when Cade said we aren't 2-26 bad last year, like last November or some crazy shit. Like what was that? December, January when he made that statement. So that's why I like Cade. Feels like he's earned this this run quite hard. 3-2 now on Torkelson. They gave Cade Malik Beasley, and a lot of things have changed. They gave him one or two ballers to play with, and now all of a sudden that team can't be stopped. It's good. They're a good young team. They should be a problem for a little while for NBA teams. Damn, Torkelson struck out. He goes down swinging, 2 away for Zachariah Philip Morris, Hoffman, Epstein, McKinstry. He's got a very distinguished family name. Oh, 2 now. Two or ball 1. Two. Oh, I gotta make. Oh, we're up at 24 likes. Jeez, we hit the like goal quick today. 3-2. McKinstry grounds out. We'll head to the top half of the 4th inning. Damn, this is a pretty quiet game so far. Lugo and Mize are a little bit of a duel here, eh? Lugo has 3 innings pitched. He's given up 1 hit, 2 walks, a strikeout. Mize, 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Sorry about that. 2 strikeouts. What's up, Jacob? Or what's up, Jacob Spears, Mr. Spears? You're gonna watch WrestleMania tonight and tomorrow? Yeah, same here, Laura. I'll be watching a little bit of Mania, doing some homework, grading, getting stuff ready. Sorry, I'm just taking care of something. All right, there we go. Perez, Garcia, and Messi. Top 4 already. What happens? I don't know. Can't believe it's how late Easter is this year. You know what I mean? Paul's right. Like it's just now Easter, like tomorrow. Usually that shit's come and gone. Wasn't it last year? It was like the in March. It was like, yeah, Easter March 2nd. So it's like, what? Hey man, nice to see you. How are things going for you? Hopefully good. I see your updates every so often. I watch them if I have the time. So I know you're still over and hanging out. So it's always cool. Yeah, it is nice to see the Tigers are off to a good start. Hopefully, if they can win this game, they win yet another series here. And they get a ground out here. We need to first to complete the play. One away. Here's Garcia. Easter is on March 31st. Yeah, that's what I meant. I exaggerate sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, Greg, it's nothing wrong with Easter. It's just, I feel like if you're not like a super religious person, nor if you have like any like you don't have any children, I don't understand the big deal about I don't understand the thing about, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, this is more like for this, like the religious people. I feel like the people who like going to church, I feel like this is their day. 2 down. Here's Massey. So I never really know when that happens. It feels like a lot of the other religions did all their stuff already. And I'm like, when's Easter? Easter's already has to have happened then. But no, it's right now. 1-1 with 2 away. Garcia popped out. How's Mize pitch count wise? 52. Man, if he can get through this guy pretty quick, he's in good shape. Yeah, this is a very funny Easter. A lot of very funny events kind of line up this Easter. It's very good. It makes for a very good, funny feeling. It's you got what, like, it's a guy's birthday tomorrow. It's Easter. It's 420. It's a very funny holiday tomorrow. I'm just happy that Easter's on a Sunday. Oh wait, it's always, yeah. So it doesn't mess up the Monday after. But I'm like, it's always on a Sunday. What am I doing? Green, it's not like today. This year, Jesus rose on a Wednesday. Yeah, sometimes the days change that he did that. Green, Dingler, and Keith. That's how little I know about the stuff where I'm like, yeah, like I remember when Easter used to be on like Tuesday. That shit would suck. Mess up school. Ruby Ridge. Is that one of them things where the government got into a shootout with some people? I always enjoy like those kind of stories. I feel like neither party is really innocent. Like I feel like cooler heads had prevailed all around, none of that all would have happened. I feel like a little bit of better communication in a lot of those situations would have really solved some problems. Because at the end of the day, it's pretty bad. Riley Green flies out to deep center field. 1 out. Pittsburgh tomorrow afternoon at 1. Oh, for the game. I often don't like when people say like, "What about the kids that died?" It's like that's the fault of the adults in that situation, like their parents and caretakers. Like it's like, why didn't you like get the kids out of there? Why are you using them as shields in your weird standoff with the government? Those are your hostages or your children, or what are we exactly doing here? Dingler flies out 2 away. God damn, dude, this game is moving. Like, which one's the one that had the kid? Like, was it Waco? I think all of them always do. I don't like Colts. I think it's morally okay for the government to get rid of Colts. I think they're bad and nefarious. 0-2. Like, and they genuinely are like most Colts plots are like to destroy society. So they're effectively terrorist groups. I would say a good 90% of them, if given the opportunity, would upend society. So it's a good thing to get rid of Colts. Break them up if they want to fight you. They're probably going to lose that battle. If they win, then they get to stay a Colt, I suppose. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of Colts. I think they need to get stomped out. The Romans would have been real wise to have kept the Colts out of their societies. Colt Keith goes down swinging. Tigers take a 1-2-3 inning. Introduce Christianity. Fall 200 years later. Waters. Fermin Isbell. Anyway, top of the 5th. This game's moving, isn't it? I feel like we're not even a full hour. We're a few minutes away from me. We're about an hour in. Okay. That's actually not that bad of a pace. We're moving along pretty nicely. Ugh. I got the Tigers to win. Johnny. But that's because I want the Tigers to win. At this point, it's kind of a toss-up, but I'm kind of more. I would expect the Tigers offense to be able to pull this game out in comparison to the Royals offense at this kind of point in the game, based on kind of like the whole season, based on what we've seen this series. It feels like it's still a good shot for the Tigers to take this one. Waters, Fermin, and Isbell. 7, 8, 9. Oh, 2. All right, I'll be right back. I have to take care of something real fast. I'll be back within 2 minutes. 1 moment. Yeah, I gotta do it. Oh yeah, Lore. I don't know. Tigers could do something where they use like Kyder Montero as a spot starter, so it could screw up the like rotation dates. Damn it! Don't like that. One on, nobody out. All right, I'm back. Watch my Tigers trying to hit. Yeah, his own. We can't hit. Especially some of these hitters are, you know, I don't know. It's still April. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, we're still haven't had Easter yet, so it's not like the end of the world. That looks like a foul ball. Count will remain 1-2. Scott Harris got egg on the face on Erod Dion 23, but the Jack Flaherty for. Oh yeah. Yeah, him getting Sweeney and then Lorenzo has been a pretty good get for the Tigers. Especially because Sweeney can kind of gap the bridge between McGonigal coming up. Pretty nice pickup. A 1-2. That'll be the first out of the inning. Pop out in the infield. You know, the smarter play on something like that is to let it fall, and then you get the out at second. Oh no, the double play wouldn't have worked. Never mind. That was so I misread the situation on the field. Sweeney could have some nice trade value. That's what I'm thinking. Most likely, you know what I mean. Or move positions. Maybe he can play third. Maybe he can play second. Maybe he can play. You know what I mean. Maybe Sweeney is our actual No, that's probably going to be Young. But I don't know. Maybe he's our second baseman. Or probably McGonigal, and Rayner's probably our shortstop. Or shortstop's going to be, or second baseman will be Rayner. Or Rayner's going to get traded. I don't know. Oh, no, that doesn't look good. Oh, that's an out. All right, nice play. Just a really high fly out. All right, 2 down now. Runner will have to hold that first. Here's top of the order. Jonathan India, top of the 5th. No score yet here. Runner at first, though, but 2 away. Top of the order for the Royals. The Royals. I can't do that anymore. I can do it in my head. I can't actually say it. It's like Royal Oleos. But like, it's way smoother than that, and it has a good ring to it, but I can't. Royal Oleos. Nope. It's never going to come out good. Never going to sound as funny as it does in my head. Royolios? No. Whatever. Oh, that'll be another base hit. 2 on, 2 out. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is where we run into a little bit of problems here. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. with 2 on and 2 out. Never any good. Ball 1. You know, exactly, Richard, exactly. Oh, they got Bobby Witt out. He flies out. All right, well, I guess line's out. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Game remains knotted at 0. Sweeney, Baez, and Kreidler. Fuck. Well, we'll probably be in the 6th inning pretty quick here, boys. Bottom of the 5th, 0-0. Exactly, Neil. Rolios. Yeah, maybe. For Brandon Young. Nice, not bad. Normal spelled Young. It was like, actually, this last name is said like Jung. I'd be like, really? Why isn't it just spelled like that then? Why is it spelled Y-O-U-N-G? It's like, oh, well, they have a special like version of the family name, but it's said like Jung. But fuck that guy. All right. I'm going to predict a Ryan Kreidler home run this inning. I have it on good authority that Ryan's been hitting the gym. Not lifting weights. He's just been standing in a gym hitting it. Sweeney, Baez, and Kreidler here in the bottom of the 5th. And the first pitch is a fly out, 1 away. But yeah, the Tigers could reach their... I'm thinking 27, 28 is going to be like one of the better years for the Tigers in a while. I think that they should. I don't know why they wouldn't. They might. I think they should go for like the 10-year more likely, but that way that's only like 30 a year or something. But we'll see. 6 at 300 is insane, in my opinion. Two one. Baez has a base hit. All right, one on. Look at that. And here we go. 2-run homer by Kreidler coming right up. All right. I think Skubal's future depends on Mize and Job. Turned out to be aces. Tigers could not. I don't think so. I think you just keep all of them. Kreidler strikes out. Never mind on the home run. 2 down. Runner at first. When your payroll is still under 100 million, you just sign everybody. By the time Job's up for a contract, you move on from Skubal. He's probably gonna be old as shit. Two down though for the leadoff hitter, Kerry Carpenter, runner at first. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea to move on from a pitcher like Skubal, who's got at least several good years. We're rooting for the Tigers here. We're about to see Kerry Bonds take this guy deep, I think. He's overdue for one, so I mean, I think it's about time. It's about time. Fouled away, we'll get another 2-2. Damn, that was a pitch to hit out, too. Fucking curveball right down the middle. Just missed it. That's a frustrating one. Anyway, 1 on, 2 out, runner at first. Bottom of the 5th. 2 away, though. Top of the order. It is Seth Lugo we're facing, so it's not like he's a bad pitcher or something. And Carpenter gets a base hit. 2 on now with 2 away. Let's see if Torque can maybe get something going. Like, that's the biggest bummer of the situation, is the fact that, like, Lugo is a good pitcher, so you got money on Detroit. Nice. Yeah, that's probably the smarter play with your money. Are they pulling Lugo, or is it just a Mount visit? Yeah, they're not pulling Lugo. I was going to say, it seems a little early to pull Lugo. He's still got a little bit left. All right. Swinging strike one by Torque. See some pitches now. 0-2. Yeah, 2 on. Just need a single and you could probably get a run in because you got decent speed with Baez. You got good speed at second. He'll score on a base hit. We'll see. Ball up high. Hell yeah. It looks like Torque will come through. Did he homer? Oh, it is a homer. Oh, shit. Torque just did a homer. It's 3-0 Tigers. Well. All right. Here we go. It's 7th of the year already. Jesus, dude. Torque homers to left field, left center. Javi and Carp score. That'll make it 3-0. Let's go. A little bit of a Torque bomb there. There we go. Finally some offense. We finally get to Lugo. Bottom of the 5th. Tigers take a 3-0 lead. Here's Zachy Mintz. One. Would be shocked if we score 1 run today. I mean, I don't know. Skeens has like a 3 ERA. 1-2. Yeah, but I mean, maybe you guys get no hit and fold as a franchise. I don't know. I do hope you guys lose. So I hope so. Time to take Detroit money. Hey, good thing you took it. I wonder, I mean, Torque's probably in MVP consideration. That'll be another hit off. Yeah, it's probably time. Lugo's probably cooked. Only problem is that Soderstrom or whatever that kid's name out in for the Athletics is having an insane season right now. He's at like 10 homers. You're going to see Mitch Keller. Well, you guys will probably win the Mitch Keller game. At least you don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean, Jacob? It's like, yeah, we could beat Mitch Keller. It's just fucking Paul Skeens. Ugh. They still have the same dimensions. You know the Tigers' old AAA ballpark has like 420 to dead center. Do you think they play on smaller fields or something? There are college fields with 400-foot fences, Kenny. They just play with metal bats, so the ball goes over a little more often. Yeah, hopefully not, Jacob. Not sure why anyone would boo you. Yeah, Kenny, I don't. Fields aren't that. I mean, high school fields are a little smaller, I guess. Like, I don't know, like 10 feet maybe. All right, well, that'll find the end of the inning. Tigers get 3 on a 3-run homer by spending 2 bats. Yeah, that's a crazy fucking. That's pretty good, isn't it? And technically, Torkelson will be hitting next to Riley Green and Kerry Carpenter. So, you know what I mean? I can use like the same kind of logic. Like, I don't know, Kerry Carpenter and Riley Green are also really good, and it looks like Torque's going to be sandwiched in between those two. That helps, by the way. That's a big part of the reason Torkelson can hit now is because it isn't just Spencer Torkelson in the lineup trying to hit for power. Like, you have to respect Kerry, you have to respect Riley, you have to respect like other guys. Anyway, bring their A game against Orioles when we play each other. Yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys can play good. Sheesh. Watch NBA playoffs before they go. What's how's the Bucks and Pacers or whatever? Took the cash out, made 150. You go with that play. There you go. There's some money made. A little bit of cake. A little bit of scratch. Pasquantino, Perez, and Garcia. Called strike one. Ball one. You know what's funny about the 3.21 team ERA? If you take away Kenta Maeda, I wonder what the ERA actually is. I bet it's very close to under 2, or like, you know what, like 2.2. I bet it's somewhere around that fucking crazy range. That is insane to think about. What? The Pacers are up 67-4. Sheesh. Bucks are trash, bro. They got Giannis, the guy who's going to be better than LeBron James. Remember that? Yeah, I appreciate you, John. Good looking out, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll be live again tomorrow covering the finale of the series. I don't really have super plans. But two down. Perez ground. Oh, I already said that. Two down though. Top half of the 6th inning. It's 3-0 Tigers. I'm not a big gambler myself. So I'm not too sure what's going. I guess the other game I'd be really excited to watch would be the Pistons and the Knicks. And then I guess WrestleMania tonight. Hell yeah, 1, 2, 3. They go. Tigers have a good half. You know what? The most important thing isn't, in my opinion, in baseball. There's two things that are very, very important. One of them is this idea of momentum, and that's very obvious. Some athletes, people try to say momentum doesn't exist in sports, and 100% does. It's the most clear thing. It's the most obvious thing ever. There's no way to scientifically measure it, but it's a feel. Some people are very good at spotting momentum. So with this like idea of momentum, it's when you score a bunch of runs, that's really good in the half inning before. But the most important part of like that part of the game, that part of the moment is probably in the top half or the bottom half after you give up when you score is getting a quick 1-2-3 inning. That completely like shuts the game out for the other team. It's a daunting situation where the other team begins to be discouraged. They begin to feel a little overwhelmed. So not, I guess. Yeah, the bullpen's a little banged up, so they could use some long outings. That's true. Yeah, it is nice to see Casey Mize finally becoming a 1 of 1. You know what it is? It's like his arm clear. He must have just not been ready to pitch last year. Or like his slider, his splitter just wasn't, like his arm just wasn't quite ready to throw the splitter again after all those surgeries. A 1 here too, Dingler. Hold on, I'm just taking care of some. All right, there we go. Yeah, Christopher, they're having a bad year at the plate. I figured last year wasn't. I don't know if last year was real with the Royals because again, one of the things I pointed out really early on in the year for them, and it worked out last season beautifully, for them, was they pitched well, and they still they're pitching really well this year too. It's not bad. That's the only reason they have the wins. Oh, Christopher, I agree. Trust me. But the way that they built their team is centered around 3 guys. Perez not counting anymore because he's 800 years old. That'll be at the 3rd out of the inning. They fly out. We'll go to the top of the 7th inning here. This game is flying by. Top 7. Massey, Waters, and Fermin. So the team they have built around is Witt, Pasquantino, and Massey, who is not really living up. I guess now you could say it's more Garcia would be the 3rd of the trio, right? I'll change it to Garcia. And the rest of the team is genuinely some of the worst players in the MLB. And their offense is sort of centered around the idea that most of these guys are going to get out most of the time. But these are the players in the MLB who historically, once a week, pop the fuck off and have like a 4-hit game. And that's how their offense worked last year. It was Bobby Witt doing really good all the time. Pasquantino occasionally coming through with big homers. Perez for half the year, then he sucked. Garcia was pretty solid at home. And Massey was okay sometimes. And like the other 5 guys in the lineup, basically, they just needed one of those guys to not suck in a game, and they usually had one guy pop off. It was a really weirdly working system where one shitty hitter would pop off a week, and that would help them. That propelled them to a playoff appearance last year. Very, very hilarious. And again, they have a good pitching staff, to be fair. Massey, Waters, and Fermin. Lugo and that loser we beat up yesterday too was they're pretty good pitchers. Cole Reagans. Remember when they tried to say he should win the Cy? KC fans were talking about how he should win the Cy Young, or Seth Lugo should win the Cy Young over Skubal, because they beat Skubal in like the second time they played him. It's like, wow, good job. Lugo isn't bad. No, they're good pitchers. Like, it wouldn't be shocking if Lugo or Reagans are traded this season, depending on how the rest of this plays out for KC. But again, I don't know. And you know what the funniest part is? Not a single Royals fan will dispute me on that fact about their baseball team. It's like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's actually a pretty stout observation about how this team was constructed. One away here in the top of the seventh. Mai's still out there working. India needs to move. Yeah, I don't know, man. India, I guess I finally understand why the Royals or why the Reds were so done with India. He's not very good. I thought I thought he was way better than what he is. I'm gonna go get something more to drink. A little bit of pop. And Water strikes out, 2 away. That Drew Waters guy is about as bad as Ryan Kreidler. Incredible. There are 3 guys in this game with 300 OPSs. Do you know how bad you have to be to have a 300 OPS, dude? Ramin hit a home run, right? And it jacked it up to about 600. That's how low his OPS, like, that's how hard it is to have an OPS at 300. Anyway, it's 3-1 now on a solo homer by Fermin. Here's Isbell with 2 away. Hopefully they don't do a pitching change. Let Mize finish. Called strike 1. Isn't that funny though? The guy had like a 338 OPS, and then he fucking hits that home run. Now it's 537. That's how low of an OPS 300 is, dude. It's like when you're hitting 50 and you get a hit and you're at like 200 all the. Is Mize cooked? Raising your OPS 200 points on a single swing is crazy. Raise your OPS with one simple trick. Hitting coaches hate him. Damn, I think they're going to be pulling Mize here. I hate that so much. I don't want to sit through a pitching. I hate pitching changes with 2 outs. Oh, they're challenging. Oh, okay. Tigers ERA without Maeda is 282. Jesus. Well, everybody left the field too. I'm thinking do they think he's out? Little thing up there. Oh, overturned. Out. All right, we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Baez, Kreidler, and Carpenter. All right, bottom of the 7th coming on up. 7th inning stretch here. Let's get up the stretch. Make sure you stretch out. Of course, my camera went shitty. I'm going to go rip a dart a few times so I have some energy for the end out. Yeah, Maeda's not going to come in today. It's going to be good bullpen, but no Canely also. Oh, what the fuck? To be 4th place in the AL East. Not bad. All right, I'll be right back. One. All right, I'm back. It's a 2-2 count for Kreidler with 1 away. Baez struck out for the 7th. It's a quick game. Oh boy, I'm blurry as shit. I got it. Yeah, I seen that. It was all whacked out. I'm not sure why it does that. I think it's just because my camera sucks. It's like a little Logitech Logi webcam from Logitech. Yep, take it easy, man. Have a good one. I don't know. Hopefully within a few weeks. I don't know. There we go. Sorry, I was just there's gonna be a pitching change. Daniel Lynch will come in if they're gonna bring in a lefty to face Carpenter and the other lefties. So pitching change here. Now Daniel Lynch will be coming in. So Lugo's final line for the Gamblers here. He went 6 2/3, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks, 1 home run. Mize is 100% probably done 2 for the Tigers. He went 7, gave up 4, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, 3 Ks, and a home run. So for there's your starting pitchers. What a duel. Tigers lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 away. They're bringing in a lefty Lynch. We'll see if the Tigers carry Carpenter up to hit though. (2025) start. Skubal has been good. Mai's been better. Yeah, to some extent, I would say. Mai's kind of benefited not having to play the Dodgers. At least in my opinion. I think so, JM. I think a lot of people use that app. Because again, you can also watch other live TV on it. And by the way, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's the tvapp.to. If you need a way to watch games, THETVAPP.to. They could, Day. It's a really close game. Tigers aren't hitting very well, but really no one's hitting well in this game. Tigers pop out. We'll head to the top of the 8th. But the Royals are also very limited on bats left. And they're at the top of the order. So if they're going to make some noise, it's probably going to have to be like right now. Because they have India, Witt, and Pasquantino due up. All right. All righty. All right. Bum, bum. Hanafy's going to be the pitcher for the Tigers, so we have a pretty solid arm coming in. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate the subscription. Helps the channel out a ton. So it'll be India, Witt, and Pasquantino here in the top of the 8th. 3-1. Tigers a slim lead. If we can get to the 9th, that'd be really nice. Then bring in Kenta to close it out. Because the Royals have to be thinking, surely they're not going to bring in Kenta Maeda for a 3rd time in a row, are they? And that's when you throw them in for the 3rd time in a row. They'll never see it coming. Bum, 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 bum. Looks like the Tigers are the only team that doesn't have to play the Dodgers anymore, but that will change after tomorrow with the Rangers as well. Yep. Oh, okay. So Rangers are all done too. See, it's kind of an advantage to just be done with the Dodgers. 2-0 for India. 2-1. All right, Hannafy, we need some good innings, man. Quick outs. Be pretty cool. Swing and strike 2. Okay, pretty good. What we like to see. But damn it, that's a leadoff hit. Oh, leadoff double too. Great. Well, that's not great. All right, cool. You doing done with San Diego? Oh yeah, we do play the Padres. Are they coming to town or do we go to San Diego? 1-1 here for Witt. Oh, they got Witt to fly out. All right. And they held the runner at 3rd or at 2nd. So runner holds. 1 down, runner at 2nd. They come to us. Oh, that'll be cool. Cool. What's up, Nicholas? How's it going? Nice to see you. Super busy week. I was going to say, it's probably graduation time almost for you. It's end of our semester up here. I'm pretty busy too. Tomorrow I'm going to be super busy. I have to write a paper. And like throughout the day on Monday too. So we have a little time. But I have stuff I got to get done tonight and ends in May. Oh, I mean, fair enough. Semester ends in May though. Okay. Hell yeah, they got another out, and it looks like the runner held at 2nd. All right, runner at second, 2 down now. Royals are not starting off that great. Yeah, I mean, I'm not either. The team is built around like 2 or 3 guys, and if those 3 guys don't really come through, the team's kind of like fucked. And they get Perez to fly. All right, let's head to the good job by Hanafi. Way to go. All right, great inning for the Tigers. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Reds haven't played the Dodgers yet. Yeah, Cameron, good luck playing them. And you probably got to play them more than one time, too. Like, that's the challenging part. That's a lot better than having to play the Tigers pitching. You know what it is, though? I don't know if the Royals are this bad at offense or the Tigers are just this good at pitching. White Sox are objectively better than they were last year. If the White Sox of this year played the White Sox of last year, this year's White Sox would destroy them. They're a very young team now, and they're not going to be very great, but they're clearly better than they were. No, I don't think they're that bad. I think it's a lot more of very young team with guys that were rushed up through the minors, so it's gonna be a lot of growing pains. I personally don't think they're as bad as they were last year. That's rough. that just sucks ass being like, damn, we have to play the Dodgers twice. Maybe we can beat them once. Padres, hell yeah. Padres rule, dude. It's nice to see both my teams are doing good this year. Padres look like one of the best teams in the league. And I mean, you're better than you were last year. Yeah, the entire NL West is the best division in baseball, and then there's like the 4-win Rockies. It's like the White Sox last year. It's very funny. Estevez is going to pitch here now. It'll be Torkelson, McKinstry, and Green here in the bottom of the 8th. Tigers looking to add a few runs to ensure the lead a little bit. This game is officially at an hour and 50 minutes. Yeah, Rockies suck. Rockies or the Marlins are the worst teams in baseball this year, I think. Like, when we get to the end of the season, it's going to be one of those guys. Ball 1. Max, I still think that my call on Max, was I I might have been the first person last season when the Royals were on like a 30-game win streak, it seemed, to go, yeah, that whole Royals thing that they're doing, that whole team is built off lies. I feel like I was one of the very first people to adopt the Royals, built on 2-3 guys theory, and a bunch of dudes who have one good game a week. And that was the team last year. It was again, they're not a terrible baseball team. It's just like they don't have an offense. Torkelson walks. Their pitching is solid though. They're very good they have a very good pitching staff, but the rest of it's not very good. Yeah, I think you guys were both pretty low on the Royals. All right. You don't want them to? Yeah. They can win like 75 games with that pitching. But yeah, I mean, they're going to have to do something on the offense. Very obviously, Perez should have retired. He went down quick last year. Well, that'd be an out. McKinstry, sack bunt. Wow. Spencer Torkelson gets to second on a sack bunt. Here's Riley Green. They just pulled off a sack bunt in 2025. Haven't seen that in a while. The scorer is like, I don't even know how to write that down. How do I write that in the book? Ball one. Tigers just executing small ball in the middle of the eighth inning is hilarious. Up 3-1. They're like, let's get this runner over. However, a base hit probably gets a run in now, which is the most important thing. So here we go, Riley. Please hit it. Damn it. Just a fly out to center field. 2 down for Dylan Dingler. Pride and joy of Ohio State University. I heard they're going to build a Dingler statue right out front of the main entry to Ohio State. It's going to be like 90 foot tall. It's just Dylan Dingler. He didn't win him a national championship. They just really like the guy. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for watching, Kooks. Appreciate you. Tuning in. 2 down, runner at second. Strike 1 to Dingler. Swing and a miss. But yeah, if you do need a way to watch, though, Kooks, you can always go to thetvapp.to, the tvapp.to. That's the tvapp.to. You can watch live TV there, so you can watch the games. And Tigers get out. Let's head to the top of the ninth already. Pretty sure his name's Dylan Dingler. Yeah, it says it right there. Dylan Dingler, not Francis. I know who the fuck it is, Kenny. You can't fool me, Kenny. I know how to pronounce Dylan. And Francis is 100% not the way to do so. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about, Kenny. His name says Dylan right there. Next, you're going to tell me that Matt Stafford's real name is John, or Pudge Rodriguez's real name is Ivan, or some gay shit like that. You're going to just lie to me, Kenny. Just lie all the way. He's going to tell me that Miguel Cabrera's real name is Jose. And he's like, I mean, all those things are true. It's like Curry motherfuckers try to tell me his nickname is Wardell. It's clearly Steve or Steph. Also, Willie. Kenny, come on, man. Kenny's out here just telling stories. Some people don't like their first name. They like to use their middle name. For example, if my name would have been William Robert, I would go by Rob still, probably. No, I'd probably go by Will. Will's a pretty good name. Never mind. I was going to have a good name no matter what my name. I was either going to be Will or I was going to be Robert. I got 2 good ass names, don't I? Strike 1 from Vest. Yeah, I could be Billy. I could be Will. I could be Big Willie. I could be Billy Bob. It was literally, there was no possible way I had a bad name. And when I get older, if I gain weight, I could become Bob. People call you Nick and not your full name, but I don't mind my full name. Yeah, I always, I like to go by Rob. That'll be ground out, mainly just because it's a lot less words and letters for me to deal with. That's the whole onus, by the way. I got so sick of filling in scantrons with ROBERT. I went, I'm gonna just go by Rob now. There's nobody can stop me. I'll just fill in Rob. What legally? I just go by Rob. At some point, I'm probably gonna go change it just to Rob legally and be like, well, now my name is Rob. All right, one away though. Sorry, my dad's been texting me. Oh, two away actually. Damn, dude, this game might be under 2 hours. Hold on, we're at 3:07 right now. First pitch was 1:10. Yeah, they've been blowing people out. We haven't really needed a closer this year. Like Canely's needed to work like 3 games. Everyone was mad. They're like, we used Canely twice in a row. It's like, that was his 4th appearance. Shut up. Maybe 5th. It's good to get him some work. He doesn't work much. If you took out, see, that's a good middle name. See, you were set either way with Maximilian or Ryan. Like, those are good names. My kids are getting Roman names. They're fucked. They're gonna have some funny names. Marino. That's a pretty good first name though too. To be fair, people can rock the first name Marino. I actually really like that as a first name. Kenneth or Richard. Kenny, you're very lucky you weren't named Richard, because I'd call you Dick. Torque hit a 3-run homer, and that's basically the whole game. 3-2 or 2-2, 2 out. Top of the 9th. Tigers looking to close it out. 2-2. Three-two though. I'm gonna name my kids like Arminius after the Roman general who betrayed the Romans in the Battle of Teutoburg Forest, and a whole Rome got their ass beaten by that guy. Fouled away 3-2, and then I also have always liked the name Diocletian, because mainly because the names can shorten down to Armin and Dio or Dio, however you want to say it. And I think those are good short names. And there's good, those are pretty solid people to name, and they won't have middle names. I don't care about that. They're just not gonna have that. I might like name them like after my brothers or some shit, like as middle names. No, I'm gonna have I'm gonna name my kids with proper Roman names for no reason whatsoever. All right, that'll be a walk. Not great. You like Julian? Nice. That's a good name. I also like the name Alexandros. With instead of Alexander, I like Alexandros. All right, let's put this game away. I think they just let that guy steal second on indifference. You like the name Patrick? That's a good one. There's so many better guy names than girl names. But oh yeah, Maeda stressed everybody out, dude. Everyone was in a bad mood after that win last night. I was like, hell yeah, we won. I'm talking to people. They're like, dude, fucking Maeda, man. We got to get rid of this fucking. I'm like, you know, he's here to do that, right? Like he's here to blow up bullshit time games that don't matter. It's just, it feels like girl names are a little harder to configure. No, like it's much harder. Like I don't know. I feel like that's changing a little bit. Another foul ball. It'll remain 2-2 or 1-2. Pat, Rick. Yeah, fair enough. You get a few names out of it. A good trio of names. Uh-oh. That'll get the runner to third. First and third. Come on, Vest. Don't blow this. Ayo. I wouldn't name a kid Ayo. That's a funny name, though. But, hey, yo, get in here. All right, well, first and third. I don't know why the hell they fucking walked Waters. Io. Here's Isbell. We're probably getting another pitching change. God damn it, dude. Bianca. That's a fun name. Yeah, my 2-hour game is ruined. Tyler Tolbert. Oh, Tolbert is going to run. Oh, it looks like another hit. Oh, never mind. The game's over. Woo! GG Royals. That's a pretty good one. That was actually a pretty good game there, actually. What a little pitcher's duel there. Tigers take it in a close 9th inning. Good job by Will Vest to get the save. Tigers will win 3-1 here in a pretty sweet game. I'm probably going to watch the Pistons, Knicks, and I'm going to watch WrestleMania tonight. Tigers take 3 of 4. Oh, we still got another game, by the way. This is a 4-game series, Kooks. So Tigers will win this series again, though. They've only lost 2 series, one to the Brewers, one to the Dodgers. And yeah, otherwise the Tigers improved to 13-8, 5 games above 500. Royals fall to 8-14. Good game to them again. Both pitchers did very well today. Oh, you're good. You're good, man. It's good. It's random when it's 4. Casey Mize gets the win. He goes 3 innings, gives up 4 hits, only gave up a run. The homer struck out 3. Hannafy picks up a hold. And Lugo pitched good. He gave up a 3-run homer, which is what doomed him. Torque is player of the game. I mean, obviously, Torque or Mize. I would say Casey Mize is player of the game. We really needed a strong, like Kenny said, we did need a strong 7-inning run out of Casey today. Jules or Ruby. Yeah, I like the name Ruby too. But yeah, good win. No, not usually. Skubal, yeah. Tomorrow should be Scoobs. Let's go look at the schedule. With their types of gemstones. Well, yeah. I mean, you know, I mean, you could theoretically just come up with any name for a girl. Yeah, we play one more. That should be the Skubal game. Then we got the Padres. Yeah, cool. We have a hard week ahead of us. We need to sweep these cocksuckers. We got the Padres coming up. This will help us out. If we can be like 6 games up on 500 at 14-8, that would be really helpful for us. Yeah, we got Skubal. Yeah, Skubal versus Michael Waka. We got this. Michael Waka, dude. I hate playing that fucking guy. Dodgers play the Rangers now at 4. Okay, that's not bad. Please beat the Padres. Well, it's going to be tough to beat them. That's a tough baseball team. All right, see you tomorrow, man. I don't really have too much of a breakdown. That there wasn't much to break down in that game. The game's kind of just, you know, that was the whole game. There wasn't much offense. Fermin hit a home run for the Royals, which is pretty good for them. So, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. I have a few things I still have to do today. I kind of want to watch the basketball games tonight. Yeah, appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you for all the likes and everything, everybody. See, we did pretty. Oh, we hit 40. Jesus. I love baseball, man. Everyone always comes, hangs out. It's always a good time. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Have a good rest of your day. I'll be live again tomorrow for the Tigers. I would go live tonight, but I want to watch WrestleMania. I'm going to be watching basketball. I have to like write a bunch of stuff. I need to. I'm like doing final stuff this week too. So I gotta go. All right, peace out. Go as always. Go Lions. Go Patriots. And of course, it's always go Tigers. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out and bye.